morning. So it's on Saturday today. It's still very early. Everyone else is sleeping, and then I got this idea of a video and I decided, why not make it for you guys? And because I don't want to wake everybody else up, let me make it in the kitchen where it's a bit quiet. Yeah. Okay, so today I will be discussing with you what you need to do at home, and by home in this case is Kenya or like Africa in general, yeah, but this mostly applies to people coming, let me say people coming from Africa. It's quite relevant for you, yeah. So this is everything you need to do at home when you're in the process of relocating. So before I start, if you're new here, welcome to the front seat of my life. You're very much appreciated. And if you are a returning subscriber, if only you knew how much you're appreciated. Hey, anyway, I think we will just jump right in. I got some points here. I had this idea and then I was like, maybe it will be relevant to somebody. And if this is relevant to you, please feel free to share it with your friends and also subscribe. Please, you watch content and you're not subscribing, and I need your support. Anyway, share with your friends, tell them to subscribe. We need to grow as a channel. Plus, I will be able to make more videos like this for you guys. Yeah. So anyway, the first point. I know when people talk about relocating, you think, yeah, I am moving my whole life from here to another country, another continent. So I need to pack as much as I can, and probably even I need to pack everything I own. No, you don't need to do that. Unless you're moving to a place, to say maybe from Kenya to TZ, and you need to carry your stuff, yeah, your stuff like your house furniture and stuff like that. That you're excused. But if you're moving like to Europe, to the US, to the UK, you don't need everything in your closet, yeah. You don't need to carry everything in your closet. When making a trip, yeah, there's this quote that says, you're going on a trip. You should put all your clothes, all your stuff in one place. Take half your stuff and double the money. There's a reason that saying is so famous, because you don't need all that stuff. You need only half your stuff. Alafu, consider the fact that you're coming from a tropical region, yeah, where it's even cold season is not as cold as one would think. Place where even when it's cold, it's really not like winter cold, yeah. So in such a case, I am advising you, don't carry everything. Carry half the stuff there, because you've relocated. This place probably has 6 months, half a year. It is so cold, you will not even use your stuff, yeah. So please don't overpack. Alafu, remember, you are going to pay more for luggage at the airport. So there is no need you pay the extra money and then you go somewhere and you find out you cannot even use whatever you are packing. You see? So please don't overpack. Even when you have kids, do not overpack. I know it is, people say, oh, I'll be arriving in winter. Let me go shopping, Isli, let me go shopping, combine, buy warm stuff. No. Don't do that. Plus, during those seasons, as the weather is changing, there are so many sales and so many deals of the appropriate attires that you will need. So it is not necessary for you to overpack. I remember in my case when I was relocating, I remember I packed so much stuff, of which I should not have packed because at the airport first, I had excess luggage. I had to remove some of those stuff. And right now, I think most of the things I gave back to my mom outside the airport. They were very, very unnecessary. I don't even know what I was thinking packing that stuff. Yeah, so do not overpack. You will find better quality stuff here at a cheaper price, at very, very good discounts, especially for kids stuff. Their clothes, every time you're at the supermarket, there is a whole aisle of things for very, very 50+% discount for kids stuff. Yeah, so do not overpack, do not overdo it. Just pack half the things you need, because there's a chance you might not even go to use that stuff, right? Higher. The second point, since you're relocating, and when I mean relocating, I mean somebody who is not coming, who has no return flight, somebody who is gone a couple of years. Yeah, the next very important thing. Oh, somebody's calling me. The next very, very important thing is what you're carrying. Yeah, other than the half of the clothes that I have mentioned, the next thing you should always carry is your documents. And in this case, I'm saying your documents is like everything that has your name on it. Do not get me wrong, I mean everything. And this includes ID, driving license, even title deeds. Everything that is yours, carry it. You're not coming back tomorrow or next year. You need to keep your stuff with you. Juu saa zingine you're leaving your title deed, you don't know the kind of people you're leaving it with. What if something happens? And don't tell me you trust everybody you're leaving your documents with, because people change. You need to take care of yourself. Yeah, vitu kama ID, you will need it. And I know you will not need it like an everyday thing, but let's say you've relocated and maybe your passport gets lost. You have to apply to your embassy. Your embassy normally asks for your ID. Unaachia nani ID Kenya? Why are you leaving your ID behind? Carry everything that has your name on it. And this includes school certificates. If you have not gone for your school certificate, you're going away. You're relocating. Go to your high school, even if it has been 10 years. I went for my... I will discuss that point next. Yeah, so carry everything that is yours. Your birth certificate, your ID, your academic papers, everything. Yeah, pack it nicely, and if possible, put it in your carry-on luggage. People mistake these things, and you start putting it in your checked luggage, and then your luggage gets lost, and then you're left Apple crying, oh, I packed my certificates, my bag is missing, I cannot. Huh? No. You put it in your carry-on, because your carry-on, it never leaves your person. Sindio? Higher. The third point, put your house in order. Always, before relocation, put your house in order. And what do I mean by that? I mean, you've not gone for, you are like me. I finished high school kitambo. I never bothered to go back for my certificate, because the certificate is the one that comes out after a year. I never went for it. I think more than 5 years later, when I was relocating, that's when I was like, oh, I have to go back to my high school to get my certificate. Please, before you relocate, go back. They will not charge you extra, and even if they charge you, just go for it. Because I will tell you one thing, it is so inconvenient until you've relocated, and then you go and realize, oh, I need this. Alafu sayo, it is somewhere you cannot even send somebody. Sawa. So go for your certificate. If you never cleared university or college or high school, go clear. You have time before you move. Go clear. Alafu do everything you can to get everything. If there is that land you paid for and you never got the title deed, you're still waiting, go follow up. Do clear, put your house in order as much as you can. Higher. In other cases, when you're relocating, you know, you'll go find a job and stuff like that, yeah? Sometimes you have to get your documents certified, maybe. Like in my case, I had to go to JQuat with my documents and get them certified. You have to do that. Do that. Put your house in order. You are not going 2 years. You're going almost 5-10 years. This stuff cannot be done once you've left the country. So, do your certifications. If you don't have a transcript, go to NEC, apply for a replacement or whatever. Get your certificates. Kuwa na everything. Everything. And that brings me to my next point. Okay, for the certification, always talk with somebody kwenye unaenda, so that you know if you need like a certification of your certificates by the embassy. Sometimes it happens. Like in my case, somebody mentioned, oh, you should get your school, your degree certified at the embassy. I checked with the embassy, I think I got an appointment like 2 days later. I went, they just certified my documents, and that was it. Yeah? So, get everything certified. Get your school, those academic papers are so important because of finding work. Sindio? And at the same time, if you're relocating with kids, get their report cards, anything that you may not think is important. It's always important. Plus, it's documents. It's not like you're going to die if you carry excess documents that you may not even need. Better safe than sorry. Yeah. Okay. The other point, under putting your house in order, the other one, solve Kenyan problems. And I'm putting it Kenyan problems in quotes, because some problems are Kenyan problems. In Kenya, you can lose your ID and then you go get a waiting or like deal with an abstract for a while. Yeah, please, that is just a Kenyan problem. Wewe unatoka Kenya, you're leaving your country. How will an abstract help you? It's not going to help you. So go replace your ID. Have your original ID card. Go renew your DL. Some countries, like even in Germany, when you come with your DL, you get like a bit of a shorter period of studying the license to getting the German license. Yeah. Replace those things. If you have maybe a document with a misspelled name, normally in Kenya you can move around hata kama the name is wrong. Solve that. If your birth certificate has a problem, get it sorted. Go with 100% accurate documents. So, higher. Solve even issues you don't think about. Higher. Bank problems. Maybe you're always at the bank. Oh, my account is doing this, my account is doing this. Go to the bank, tell them, sort my issues out. I will not be here to come walking in every day for you to solve my issues. Solve my issues once and for all. Check even your bank card, your ATM card. When is it expiring? Is it expiring in the next 6 months? Replace it. Unaona, solve these small problems. Imagine God has done his job. He has given you this whole time, and your visa, your whatever is, it's going through, and then you're just sitting there. Your high school certificate is still in the school. You have an abstract. You have never gone for an ID card. You need to be prepared. You will not be here for so long, and you need to put your house 100% in order. Ata uoneshe God, I am ready. I am ready. I am ready to leave. You understand? Higher. You solve those issues. And then there is something else. Something very important. Nobody tells you, but nitakwambia. Health issues. Sort them out. When you relocate, saa zingine, it will be a process before you go and get health insurance and stuff like that in the new country where you've gone. Sawa. Sasa, maybe you have a tooth that has been disturbing you. you have a problem with allergies, your eyes, you're always crying, your nose is always running. Na wewe, you're just there saying, nita relocate, nitaenda huko healthcare. Healthcare wapi? You have to make an appointment. Na saa hiyo, you've gone there, there's probably somebody in that country who's been waiting months to be seen. So there is no way where you will be a priority for anyone. So please, go get your teeth fixed. Go for a checkup if they say you need root canal, or you need a filling, or you need so no, these small things. Tell them fix it. Fix it. I don't want my teeth disturbing me for the next year. Fix it. I will pay for it. It's even cheaper at home. Alafu kumbuke, maju, your insurance, unless you have very good insurance, and I mean like private insurance, you're not covered eyes, you're not covered teeth. So izo unalipa out of pocket. Sasa si heri you just do these things at home. So where it's cheaper, you will walk to me. I preferred, when it comes to something like my teeth, I preferred government hospitals, because a Kenyan government hospital is hiring the best people to do that. So I went to Thika level 5. I told them I need a full checkup. They told me you need, I don't know, 2 root canals, and you need filling here and here. And then I told them, give me appointments, and I went and I did it. Mimi sijaisumbuliwa na meno. I only went to the tooth doctor, I think, a couple of months ago for a cleaning. That's it. You don't want to carry these problems abroad. Abroad, you will cry alone in your house, and then say you're wondering, now when will my tooth get fixed? Because you have an appointment like 3 months to come. Na saizo you cannot even sleep. You see? You have to fix your health issues. So eyes, go get glasses. Kenya you can get, I think, for like 2.5. You can get a good frame, and then wakutengeneze lens, and then you something to hold you. Ndo ukienda huko usifike huko alafu you don't get here, and then you are having all these issues that cannot get fixed with immediate effect like in Kenya. That is one advantage of Africa. There is a lot of walk-in business. Here there is no walk-in, unless you can only do walk-ins in hospital if you're bleeding, if you're unconscious and you're taken there, or if an ambulance brings you there, or if you are getting a baby, stuff like that. So fix your problems at home as much as you can. Okay. The next thing, get medicine. And this even includes kids. Maybe your kid has an allergy to something. Go get a prescription, pack as much as you can. Alafu easy prescription medicine, keep the prescription with you for travel purposes. Juu saa zingine, you get searched at the airport and you have to explain. You understand? So always have the prescription ready. Alafu if you have a problem with sleeping, get sleeping pills. Get a prescription. It's so easy at home to get a prescription for this. Keep it with you. Higher. If your child maybe gets fevers, Calpol, stuff like that, stock on that stuff. Keep the prescriptions. Hivo. Higher. Alafu, in my case, you are a lady, you are under maybe family planning or something. You need the meds. Stock up. Because here, the over-the-counter drugs are very, very controlled. Let me tell you. Even getting a strong painkiller, it's impossible unless you have a doctor's prescription from here. So, these are pain medicines, these are ibuprofen and all that. Stock, a good stock, and then maybe keep the prescription. At the airport, you can explain and say, I normally get maybe pain in my legs. That's why I need this medicine. They will allow you to cross. Yeah? Because let me tell you, like where we live, imagine getting ibuprofen like 800 mgs. It's impossible without a doctor's letter. You only get at the over the counter, you only get 400 mgs. So please take care of your health, stock up what you can, keep prescriptions of everything you can. Juu ukikuja huku, you will be in so much shock, and if maybe you have a problem, your tooth, your what, and you did not carry painkillers, what will happen? And when you're going to the pharmacy and they are giving you a basic painkiller, yeah? So stock up on stuff like that, yeah? Take care of you, yeah, stock up. I'm serious. Make sure your health is top notch when you're relocating higher. The next point. Okay. So you're leaving, whether you're coming for work, whether you're coming for whatever reason that is bringing you to Europe, yeah? When you're leaving home, the lighting is so off here. When you're leaving home, I should just sit down, it's better. Okay, yeah. So you're leaving home, you need give information about your whereabouts to somebody you trust. It does not have to be a parent, somebody you actually trust. Do you know why you're doing this? So saa zingine you're leaving and you get sick. We are human beings, things happen. Maybe you get sick, maybe if you get a disability, something just happens and you get into an accident or something, or maybe even you die. You need people around you need to know where you went. I know in Africa everything is surrounded by secrecy. I understand. People don't want other people knowing what is happening in your life and stuff like that. My lighting is really off. You don't want people knowing too much about you, but for your own safety, always share unaenda wapi, where you going, and who will you be staying with. You know the hosts, even let's say you have somebody sponsoring you, the sponsor normally has to send their documents. Unaona hizo documents, share them. Make a whole file of the address, any information like passport number, any information like if they sent their birth certificate, any document they sent to you from them, keep it, make a copy and leave it to somebody you trust. This is because if something goes and happens to you, I will not lie to you, some people are evil people. Your sponsor may be a criminal and you don't know. No. And then you go there and then they do something to you and then you disappear and then your family is like, hatujui alienda wapi. You see? You need to take care of yourself for when you're not in a position to actually take care of yourself. So, in this case, take a copy of everything you have and leave it to somebody you actually trust. Yeah? So, those birth certificates, those invitation letters, those addresses, those passport numbers, those ISO, make copies, leave them to somebody you trust. So, in case you go missing or something happens to you, these people can go to the embassy and say, this is everything I have. Help me find my child. Help me find my friend. Help me find my niece, take care of yourself. Nobody will be taking care of you. People are very evil. So take care of yourself and make it easier for your family or friends to find you in case something goes very wrong. Sawa? Yeah. Haya. The other point, you're traveling with maybe your kids. I mean like under 18s. I know as an adult, you're always ready. You know, we are relocating. A lot is changing. Everything is changing. You have kids. Where you're telling your kids to nenda maju, life will be heaven. Life will be like this. Please don't lie to your kids. Your kids are losing their friends. They are losing their confidence. They are losing so much that you may not be able to grasp. So tell them the truth. Tell them you're going to this new country, you're going to this new continent. People probably don't even look like you. And there will be a lot of challenges, but you can do this. Mommy is doing this, daddy is doing this. You can do this. And in case of a problem, come and talk to me. Talk to your kids. Don't just expect them to go and adjust. Wanaenda kuadjust aje and you just assuming their feelings. Their life is changing. Their freedom is being taken away. It's because ujue it's not somewhere you just leave your kids. Uwezi waacha sasa ati hapo, ati you just go to work and leave them in the house. They have to know freedom, the freedoms zao za vitu zingine kama hizo, ama kumtuma kwa duka sijui alipanda gari akaenda sijui wapi. So most of those things will end. You have to talk to them and show them reality. Tell them you're going to this place. Somebody will call you a bad word. Somebody will discriminate against you because of your skin color. You have to tell you're a black person. Somebody will call you like this and they don't have a good meaning to it. Somebody will do something mean to you because of how you look. You have to prepare your kids because kids do not understand. Wanafikanga wanapata shock, wanapata, oh, people are talking a different language here. People are treating me differently. Why are people treating me differently? This is why you find some people who relocated with their parents, they say, oh, I only discovered I'm black when I got there. They were not prepared for this. And then it's a shock. And then they pull back and then they become rebellious. And it's a whole thing. Talk with your kids. They are also struggling with this new life. Sawa? Talk with them. Prepare them. Alafu, another thing. Talk with them. I will not lie to you. Abroad, kids do drugs. It happens. You will go at a bus stop or somewhere and you will see 14, 13, 12-year-olds smoking and even asking you if you can buy them cigarettes and stuff like that. It is very normal. So you have to speak with your kids. Najua Africa, a threat is enough. You're like, nikikupata ukivuta sigara wewe, nitakufanya hivi na hivi na hivi. And that works. But here, anaenda shule, 90% of almost 50% of the class wakona, what are they called? Vapes. Yes, they have vapes. Alafu anaanza drugs and then you're like, oh, ni mtoto mzuri. No. Talk with your kids. Show them we are Africans. That really works actually for African parents. They're like, we are Africans. We don't do that. That is bad manners. Like girls you don't smoke. You do this. Advice, talk with your kids, tell them the reality. Wacha kuwaficha. They are not, the moment they land here, a lot of things you thought, oh, does not belong in the ears of kids. It actually belongs in the ears of kids because kids do all that stuff here. Kids are dating, they're doing drugs, they're doing everything. You have to talk to your kids. Don't lie to them. Tell them it's like this and I want you to behave like this. Sawa? You are a parent, be a parent. It is not easy. Here you don't sugarcoat things. You will sugarcoat things and at the same time you're losing them. Sawa? Talk with them, show them the reality. Tell them your life is changing, but it's for the better. It's not rainbows and ice cream and rainbows now. You have to talk reality. Sawa? Haya. The next thing, be positive about your moving. I know it's exciting and everything. Be positive, but have under expectations. I will tell you, there's nobody who has ever gone abroad and then they're like, oh, all my expectations were met. No, it's not possible. So always under expect. Always under expect. You better get there and then you're like, oh, it's not how I thought, but do not over expect, because sometimes you get there and you're like, oh, what I see online and what is on the ground is not the same thing. Sawa. Haya. Because sometimes maybe you come for work. Maybe you're coming for work. I don't know why my lighting is off. Haya. Sometimes maybe you're coming for work. When you're coming for work, third parties, your agent, your who is telling you, you're staying in this place, you will be doing this and this will happen. In the eyes of other people, everything is perfect. Third parties can sell heaven to you. Sita kudanganya. Third parties will sell heaven to you. And then you come here and then you're like, oh my God, where they were telling me I will be staying, it's not in the right side of town. with the people maybe I'm working with, they are very hostile. There is discrimination, there is racism, there is this. And then you find life is too expensive, it's not what I was told. Huh? Maybe you find out, oh, where I'm staying, it's a shared space. Some places, like in big towns, you might find maybe an apartment building. The tenants actually have to clean up their own areas. Yeah, yani, the environment is not accommodative of me. Yani, you get there and you get into shock. Huh? And that is one thing, you know, in this channel I don't encourage. Okay guys, let me see, like my lighting is so weird. Haya, unaambiwa ati, yani, you get there and you're like, oh my god, what the hell am I doing? But let me tell you, haya, let me tell you an actual story that happened. So this lady got an opportunity to come to Germany. So, venye alipewa opportunity, it so happened it was the visa for coming for Ausbildung. Ausbildung is normally for training. You get trained and then you're working at the same time. I've decided whatever happens, happens. And with Ausbildung, you come and... Higher, with Ausbildung, you normally come... Okay, sorry guys. Higher, with Ausbildung, normally, you come, you get trained, you get a job, you get paid. It's Hivo. Higher, when she came, she thought... Okay, I don't know why I'm laughing because it's so mean. She thought, ati akifika, she had been told, obviously. So you know these people, they sell heaven to you. She had obviously been told, ukifika, you get an apartment. And then we give you a means of something. We organize bus service and stuff like that for the first month. So you understand, any accommodation is sorted. You see transport is sorted. And then the lady got there. She was given a room with a mattress. And on the side there was a bike. Okay. Hey, this lighting is pissing me off. And then on the side there was a bike. And that was pretty much it. Sasa, you're telling somebody who is coming from Africa, alikuwa anajua anakuja Germany, anaonanga tu watu Germany ni soft life, and then you come here and you're giving her an empty room. Sayo, the room she got, she was paying very small money, very, very small money. Juu, pia the person who brought her alikuwa amemwambia, when you get paid at your job, that you furnish your own house. Eh? So this person expected soft life. Atakuja nyumba is equipped with TV, microwave oven, everything, dishwasher, and then unafika unapata unapewa bike. Alafu you have nothing else in the house, like you are zero. And then the lady went into shock, and then she said she wants to go home because she said, Sasa, I was living a better life at home. Unaona? Yani, that's why I'm saying always under expect. Mtu anakuambia sijui I will sort out your transportation. Utapata ni bike unapatiwa. Always under expect. Heri ufike and you're like, oh, I did not expect that. Then ufike and then you go into shock and then you're like, you know what? I want to go home. Because it happens. This is like the third or fourth story I've had. Somebody came to Germany and it was not what they wanted, and then they left. Somebody else, I think Stefan was telling me, somebody brought their girlfriend here, and then their girlfriend, so people are so unfriendly, the language is difficult, there's so much documentation and protocols here, and then she was like, I don't want to live here, bye. So under expectations are very important, so that when you get there, you're not going into shock thinking, what the hell am I doing? You have to start from somewhere. And sometimes somewhere is down. Yeah. So always under expect. And I expect that soft life you're building for yourself. That soft life, nobody is handing it to you. Yeah? These people, no, nobody is handing it to you. But uzuri, here, when you have like the empty apartment and everything, you can buy second hand things for free and even get some for cheap, and even get some things for free, and life goes on. You have to figure it out. Hakuna shortcut. So, in the same point of being positive and under expecting, some people think, nikifika, maybe you are coming with like a family reunion visa. Unasikia mtu anakwambia nikifika, after the wedding I'll just go to work. It does not work like that. There's a process. Like me, when I got here, it took me, I think, 4 or 5 months to get my documents from the government to say that I can work. Yeah? Everything is slow. You cannot rush anything, and you cannot go to work if you don't have a document saying you are allowed to work. So please, izo mbio, leave them at home. Here, when you come, it is waiting for the government to say, okay, now you can travel, or now you can go to school, or now you can work. Yeah? You don't come here and start deciding your own things. You will be taken back home. Huku, you have to be very, very patient. So nobody should lie to you. Hakuna haraka. You have to start from somewhere. That's why it's so weird for me. Somebody says, nakuja Germany. Nakwambia naonanga tu ma Tesla. I see Teslas only on the TV. I think I will get that. Sasa wewe, you have to start somewhere. You've not even started working so that you can have the documentation to show you can pay off your Tesla monthly. No. So always under expect, so that when you get here, you're not going into shock and wondering what the hell is going on. Yeah? You have to build, and you have to start from somewhere. Okay, my next point. A financial stash is very important. I will not lie to you. Have some money, because when you come, you need maybe to the seasons are changing. You need to buy clothes. You need to survive. Let me just say, you need to survive. But the good thing is that things are not, especially like kid stuff. You see, like now when the seasons are changing, the supermarket aisle is full of discounts of things you need for the next season. So as long as you come prepared with money, I think you should be okay. And don't come spending it everywhere. Life is also very expensive. Well, the economy is not only bad in Kenya, it's bad everywhere. So be prepared. Be prepared. Plus, as you live abroad, kidogo too, you just get to know where the deals are. Like a few months ago, I had somebody telling me, there's this new website. There's this new website that where restaurants that don't sell everything or everything for the day, they sell at a throwaway price. So you can do like a bid, and then you go and they give you a whole stash of food from that day, and it costs like 10% of the actual price of the food. Yeah, so you get to know where the deals are. You get to know where to find clothes for kids. You get to know people who will give you clothes for kids, because by the way, Europe, it's so common, people don't really buy clothes for their kids. Your friend gives you, it's always a second, a third life, a fourth life of clothes. Yeah, especially kids' clothes, they share very much, because they know the clothes are expensive. 2, kids outgrow their clothes very fast. So you'll always find, if you make a new friend, they'll be like, I have clothes that can fit your kid. You should come around and see what you like. Yeah, always do that. Always know where the deals are, because that is saving you a lot of money. So when you're at home, if you had like a fully furnished house and you're relocating, you sell your stuff. My voice. You sell your stuff, and then you save that money because you will need it. So, higher. I think, higher. Another point, when you're relocating, there's always this thing people are told. Ukwe mjanja, ujichunge na wa Africa. Be wary of Africans out there. Be wary of Kenyans out there. Okay, I will say one thing. It is not a lie. Some people, some Africans here, they can give you very misleading information. Yeah, this is why you should always get a second, a third, a fourth opinion. Some people don't have good intentions. Some people are, you see those people who are hiding answers even for something that is not a quiz. They were just hiding answers so they don't help you. Yes, those people grew up. And when they grew up, they became assholes and whatever. And now they are living in places, some places like this, and they want to misguide you even more because they see, oh, you're new, you know nothing. So that is why you will be very careful. Like, just because you met another African in that small village you relocated to does not mean that is your friend. You take these new people with a grain of salt. You don't take everything they say to heart. Some people are very hurt here. Some people are struggling so much, and then they come here and see you're full of life, and they want to take that light and just dim it and kill it. So you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. There are angry people here. There are people with bad intentions. There are people who want to mislead you. You have to be very, very careful. Not everybody you meet assume is an enemy until they prove you otherwise. Yeah? Be very, very careful. Don't share your stuff to a lot of people. A lot of people will be misguiding. They're like, oh, you're married. And then they tell you something negative, and then they're like, life is better. Maybe life is better when you're single or something. Yes. Your brain should never go on a break after you've relocated. Always think, what the hell is this person telling me? Because some people have so bad intentions. Some people are so angry with life. Some people are so evil. They will do anything to destroy you. And you say you are a stranger to them, but they will still try and destroy you. So be very careful. Yeah. Always take what other Africans, what other Kenyans, what other new friends are telling you, because sometimes it's really not the situation on the ground. And on the same note, join these groups of Africans living in that country. If it's Germany, join Africans in Germany. You will learn something. Somebody is going through what you're going through. They have advice. Maybe other people will chip in and give you better advice, and your brain will open up. Yeah. Don't rely on one person. Always ask. Always ask there. Very important. Yeah. Take advantage and network with these people. When you have to be smart. I will say be very street smart. Listen what this person is saying, and eventually just see who you can network with. Keep them not in the friendship folder. Keep them in the acquaintances, the people you know who can help you in case you're in a jam. Those ones, keep them there. Because like I came here, I got some contacts, I talked with some people, and then all of a sudden I know, oh, there's a mayor somewhere who's an African and a Kenyan, and you see, you network, and then you always know this person should always stay in my corner. This one, no, I don't want this person around me. That one is like this. No people, not everybody is your friend. Yeah. Higher. Another one, before you leave home, please leave your negative habits at home. Please leave those bad habits at home. And I'm talking alcohol, drugs, and even women, especially for men. Please leave those addictions, leave them at home. Because once you've relocated, they are so expensive to maintain. So expensive. Small stuff like that is heavily taxed. Stuff like that it takes up so much money. And say they are taxing you everywhere. You're paying for things so expensively, and then you have to take care of your bad habits. Apana. Leave those habits at home. Even small things you may not think about, like animal abuse. Never do that. That one will land you in jail. Until you partner with somebody's dog and you're kicking it. No. Please leave those uncouth habits somewhere, but don't bring them here. You will be arrested for somebody's chicken and small things that are so irrelevant, things that you should not even involve yourself in. Someone. Another bad habit is discrimination of people. I know in Africa, people just throw a beautiful lady passes there and you're whistling and you're doing what you're doing. Well, leave bad habits at home. They will cost you. They will even cost you your life if you're not careful. These are bad habits and discriminating people because of, I don't know, their age, if their gender, their leave those bad habits at home. These are discriminative comments, unthinkable things, wachana nazo. You don't need kujiletea problems that are very, very unnecessary. So anyway, big question. If somebody asks me, so what if somebody asked me, so wewe ungepack nini? If you had not done that big mistake, what would you have packed? So in my case, I can say, if I was traveling with a kid, you know your kids, you know my kid cannot maybe eat without something like hot and sweet or something like that. Sorry. Iyo ningepack. Especially me, I think najiambianga, I tell myself all the time, I would have packed more food stuff of what I like because I will never get that taste here. For some reason, regardless of how long you stay here, you have lived in your home country for so many years, probably a couple of decades. You will never get used to food from another place. Yeah, so those things that you can carry, something that is not on Amazon, let me insist that, because sometimes you move to a village somewhere where you cannot access even some small things like matoke, which like is in my case. If I need matoke, I have to call Kenyans living like 2-3 hours away and tell them, oh, when you're coming this side, nilete matoke. Yeah. Although you cannot obviously carry matoke, but that is just an example. Something you cannot find on Amazon. Something like hot and sweet. Is a bit, I would have packed more. Like the latest thing I have been actually saying, I was even telling my mom yesterday, I have never seen minji. Like, sijaona minji zenye si prepackaged. And you know, here they prepackage them together with carrots. Any ready to eat. That is so, sijui how to explain it. It is so disappointing. Like, hata nikikula za huku amules, I know what they're supposed to taste like, and they don't taste like that. So, I think when I'm going back to Kenya, when I'm visiting home, I will have very few clothes and a lot of food, because I know what they're supposed to taste like, and here they don't taste anything like that, yeah? And then I would also suggest you carry stuff with sentimental value. Sometimes you always have that one thing that you grew up with, maybe it's artwork or something. Kitu kama hiyo, you can carry something like that. So you have it in your house, and it's always a reminder of home. Yeah, vitu kama uto, they are so important. Because sometimes you abroad, you don't have a social life. So you need something from home, something that connects you from home. And I would advise you to do that. Also, this is just what is it called? A bullet point hapo chini. So normally, I've said everything you're supposed to carry when you're relocating, yeah? And that was in the legal sense, relocating. But we also have these people, chini ya maji relocations, yeah? You know what I mean. I don't need to get into details. So in a case like that, I have to advise you against carrying things that might compromise your situation in case they do a check of your stuff kwa airport, yeah? So, normally in such a case, if you're that chini ya maji person, don't carry, because you probably are going somewhere on a visit visa, usibebe documents zako, as in ati transcripts and everything, usibebe ivo, ati they are just on you like that. Because if they do a search on you, alafu wewe unasema unakuja kuvisit, and then they start finding your degree hapo, your sijui what hapo, you see, it will raise questions and you might be denied entry. So most of the time I tell people, wewe usibebe hizo vitu, wachia mtu, zieke kwa envelope, pack them very nicely, achia mtu. Ukishafika, let them send them to you through DHL. Yeah? Yes, you have to be smart. Take care of yourself and always be very smart. Yeah? I have to cater for people like that, because also those people, see, they are relocating in a way. Alafu also, when you're relocating in such situations, you don't go carrying big bags full of clothes up, or you're going on 2 weeks visa, and then you have like 46 kilos of luggage. That makes no sense. Yeah, normally, you should carry ka bag kadogo tu, so that they know wewe unarudi, wewe utajipanga ukifika mbele. If it goes from bad to worse, you can always send your stuff to yourself. You can always leave them packed and then utatumanishiwa. Yeah, always think in all angles. I will just say that. Think in all angles, be very smart, but at the same time, if you're in such a situation, take advantage of the points I shared with you. Keep your house in order, get your certificates, replace what needs replacing, do that. Do everything else the right way, but easy zenye, where you see you might land yourself in trouble, try and kujitoa kwa hizo situations, ndio? So anyway, I'm so glad you guys were able to hang out with me, even though the vlog is ending in a different location from where it started. Yani, sometimes duty calls. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope I have helped you, and if you need more information on something, please, you can always reach out to me and I will make a vlog for you for that. Yeah, please, if this helped you in any way, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. We need more supporters, and share with your friends who are interested in relocation. Share and tell them, please subscribe kwa channel you dem. I need support, manze. And then we can keep growing and I can be sharing content more and more with you guys. Yeah, so anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope I helped you in every little or big way. I really hope I helped, and I hope to see you in my next vlog. Also, if you like these sit downs, please tell me what you need me to share with you. Yeah, I think I have a bit of I have some good information during these sit downs. It's always chap making points mbio, but I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me and choosing to watch my channel. So thank you. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, day, and I will see you on my next one. Bye bye.